Arena is shit, but is this guy? The Lega medal. Ref must crush them up and snort them because he's willing to barter his most valuable items for these Lega medals, including these. These keys open special rooms across the maps of Tarkov, but I had two questions. Are they good? And is the loot worth playing Arena? I was determined to find out. First off, how do you get these Lega medals? You jump into Arena. You check your daily and weekly tasks to see if you've been blessed by Nikita with a Lega medal as a reward. I spent several weeks and probably 15 mil refreshing dailies and weeklies to see how likely it is for you to actually get a Lega as a reward. You have around an 8% chance to receive a Lega medal as a reward for a daily or weekly task. If you're a broke boy and don't have the money to replace your tasks, that means you'd get a Lega about once per 5 days if you're actually checking every day. Pretty ass if you ask me. Basically, you need to spend money to replace tasks to make the process faster. But once you actually get a task, they're usually pretty easy. You crank out some Arena for an hour or so, and you get your reward. Now what? You send the Lega to Tarkov, you hit up Ref, and he injects the Lega into his veins, but you get a key. But are they worth the effort? Let's see what we get. The first key you're gonna get from Ref level 1 is the Shatun Key. Specifically, the key is in the Scav village in this house right here. All right, let's see what we got. I ran this key 5 times and these were the results. The loot consisted of valuables, suppressors, optics, and kitted weapons. It's also possible to get a yellow key card here, but I wasn't so lucky. My total profit ended up being about 6 million because I sold everything, so we're looking at a little over $1 million per run. Although early in wipe, keeping these suppressors and kitted weapons would be incredibly helpful. The valuables are for quests, or you can just sell them. The average run, even though this was woods, only took me about 13 minutes. That's because the car extract is right there next to this, which is really nice. Now, early in wipe, woods is more contested, more dangerous, and that car extract is not always there, so keep that in mind. My survival rate was 100%. I did not die a single time on woods, although I did run into a couple of people. The second key takes us to interchange. It's called the Grumpy's Hideout Key. It is located in Power. All right, first chance unlocking this room. After running this room 5 times, the loot consisted of armor plates, armor, kitted guns, and ammo. Specifically, the armor plates, armor, and ammo are very high tier, often cannot be bought on the flea or even on traders. So the profit wasn't necessarily profit in rubles. This room is going to be amazing early wipe to get the highest tier armor and ammos that you can possibly get, but you're definitely not going to turn a ruble profit by running this. My average run for this took around 15 minutes or so. It really depended because half the runs the car would be there and I can take the car extract, and half the runs the car was not there and I had to run all the way to Embercom, which also increases the riskiness. My survival rate was 71%. I died 2 times before I actually got to run the key, but the 5 times I was able to run the key, I was able to get out successfully. At Ref level 3, you can get the Voron's Hideout Key, which is located on Shoreline in the hydroelectric plant. Out of respect for you and your time, I'm going to go over this key a little bit faster. The Voron's Hideout Key just wasn't worth it. The loot consisted of some suppressors, some kitted weapons, some weapon parts, and most of the plates were only level 3 or level 4, and I just didn't find very many valuables the entire time I was there. You're not going to turn a profit, you're not going to get out of this world loot. It honestly just wasn't worth spending a Lega going here to get this. And on top of that, Shoreline is a chore to run across. Also, oftentimes I just get shot out of nowhere on Shoreline no matter how I path. So at the end of the day, I just wouldn't spend the Lega. You might be a little disappointed in what I have to say next. I could not get the 4th key. I do not think the 4th key is accessible to the average player for one simple reason: this quest. Let me explain the problems with this quest and why it will bar most people from reaching ref level 4. I'll try to make it quick. First off, the Tarkov to Arena link is broken. After I unlocked this quest, it wouldn't even show up in Arena for me to be able to complete it. I waited 2 days and nothing. I literally had to clear the cache of both games, play a raid on Factory and die on purpose, quit Tarkov, clear the cache of both games, then launch Arena for it to finally show up. Next, you have to reach a rank of 1700 on Ranked Arena. If you are starting at 1500, you would need to win 8 games without losing. So say you lost some, maybe you would need to win 20 and lose 12, but that's a lot of time to invest in this. Regardless, it is just ridiculous, and let me tell you why it is not accessible to the average player. To be super clear, this next part is not bragging, just giving you a point of reference before the skill issue comments come in. I play 99% solo in Tarkov. I've been playing mouse and keyboard since I was 5 years old. I've been masters or above on Apex Legends 10 plus times. I have over 1,000 hours in Tarkov. I have over 1,000 hours in Counter-Strike and peaked around 20k in Premiere and play Faceit as well. There are better gamers out there than me for sure, but this shit is impossible. Let me show you some of my games and I think you'll understand. Literally this game we won by 1 round and I have 23 kills. I have almost more kills than if you summed up my entire team combined. One person only has 3 kills for this long game. After that, I tried to add the top frag from the other team to see if he wanted a duo, and apparently the other team was saying I was hacking the whole time, and I've been accusated in Arena 3 to 4 times already just for playing well. It's amazing how many people will sit in a corner in a tower and do nothing the entire round and then ask why we're losing. And then here's clips from literally 3 games back to back where I do my absolute best to play for the team, but it just doesn't go according to plan. Basically, unless you're stacking with good players, Arena is ass, and 2 Great Heights Part 2 will keep you from the final key. But honestly, fuck it, because it's on Lighthouse anyway, and who wants to run that? Now that I got that off my chest, let me go ahead and tell you my final thoughts about the keys. Are they worth playing Arena for? Are the keys good? And what part of wipe are they actually good for? The Shatun Key. Early in wipe, this key is very good. It's easy to get, many early wipe quests are on woods, suppressors are hard to obtain, especially early in wipe, but this would give you access to them, either to sell or to use yourself. The kitted weapons are also really nice early when your options are so limited. As a bonus, the car extract is nearby for easy extract and scav rep. I would say both mid and late wipe, this key falls off quite a bit. Suppressors aren't as rare, kitted weapons aren't as rare, and the money that you're going to make from actually running this key maybe isn't worth the effort of playing Arena. Grumpy's Hideout Key. This is probably the best key. In early wipe, it gives you access to high tier armor and armor plates and lots of them. This is huge. With armor in its current state, having level 5 or even level 6 plates will make you a tank against low tier ammo. The high tier ammo that you're going to get is not going to be as impactful early wipe. It's likely going to be overkill for the level 3 and level 4 armor that you're going to end up facing, but it's always good to save up. The kitted weapons aren't as common in this room as the Shatun Key, but still a really nice bonus. Unlike the Shatun Key, this key does not fall off mid and late wipe. It is still amazing. You can stack up plates and armor. If you get a GAC level 5 plate, then you can start crafting tactics and CPCs in your hideout infinitely. This is going to be really strong mid-wipe. With the high tier ammo, you're going to be able to run 7.62, 5.45, and 5.56 more reliably against those mid to late wipe bullet sponges. Yes, this key won't make you direct money, but it gives you crazy amounts of gear. One thing to keep in mind for this loot is this loot takes up a large amount of space and is heavy. Luckily, the car extract is nearby, but I would recommend having some or all of these stims on screen on hand in case the car isn't there, just to make it easier. Voron's Hideout Key. Honestly, this key is not even worth spending a Lega medal on, unless you have them laying around or are a shoreline main. I think the other 2 keys or the other barter trades for Lega medals are a better investment. So, I would generally rather lobotomize myself with a spoon than play Arena for more than an hour. But would I play to get these keys early wipe? Yeah, because I hate myself. Thanks for watching.